Hey, how you guys doing? Curdy Cool is back again. I mean, I got some things to talk about, y'all. Like, folks are talking about this Las Vegas thing with people seeing aliens, y'all, out in the backyard. Hey, yo, I got something to share as well. And y'all check this. I mean, I was 20 years old, y'all, years ago, working in a pipe yard, y'all. Now, I operated a 30-ton forklift. So I had to go like about 500 feet out in the yard, just far away, y'all, in order to pick up a certain kind of pipe. You know what I mean? So when I got to this particular area, I am telling the honest God truth, y'all. I arrived forward back in the back to pick up like some 10-inch pipe. All of a sudden, I got like a cold freeze, like it was like it just come and it would go, come and go. And I couldn't understand why I was getting this feeling. So at one point, I kind of like just froze for a minute. Then I came back and I was sitting there on the forklift, y'all. Now imagine, I was 20 years old. And I just sit there on the forklift. And I just was amazed. I was just blown away with what I saw, y'all, because it was like it was three large beams in the pipe yard. 8 foot, 9 foot, and 10 feet. And I just froze, y'all. I didn't know what to think or say because during that time, Curdy Cool was like 20 years old. And it's like, it froze me like right there in the pipe yard. I was 20 years old. I didn't know what to do and I just froze. I never seen nothing like that before in my life. An 8 foot, 9 foot, and a 10 foot beam, y'all, just appeared. Like same thing with those guys was talking about in Las Vegas in their backyard, y'all. So anyway, I snapped out of it, I was able to pick up the pipe, y'all, and take it on back. But all the time, during the time, while I was taking the pipe back to the main office to store it on the rack, I had a real funny feeling about what was that. I could not explain it, what it was, during that time. So I just kind of like, then all of a sudden it just tried to like just wash away what I had saw. So I did not talk about it. 20 years later, I moved to Palm Springs, California. I had rented a 2-bedroom house. It was just me, myself, and I, y'all. It was this particular room that I had, y'all. I had a big wall sitting like far back to the right. So I was laying back in bed, y'all. I mean, this was during the time like on a Thursday night. I worked, I come home, I was just getting some sleep, getting ready for the next day, y'all. So all of a sudden, y'all, out of nowhere, I saw these 3 large beans again, what I saw in the pipe yard 20 years later. So now it was one 8 feet, 9 feet, and 10 feet, y'all, just standing up right over the top of me, y'all. And it was like, again, I was like froze, like I would freeze, and then I would come back, then I would freeze again, then I would come back. Then at this point, these large beings, y'all, were just walking like right in front of the bed, y'all, just walking across, just walking, looking back at me like this. It was 3 beings, y'all. Remember now, they was walking right in front of the bed, y'all, just walking across, just looking back at me. And it almost seemed like it was like a angel, or I don't know what kind of spirit it could have been, but it just stood there. These 3 large beings just stood there and looked at me. During that time, I was with a young lady. She saw it too. We both saw it at the same time. And we said, what is that? And it's like it froze us. And then it just kind of like looked back at us. And then it just walked right out of the house. And we jumped up and turned on all the lights, y'all. What in the world is going on here? It was unexplainable. Nobody would believe us, but it was unexplainable. So anyway, we did not talk about it. So now, years later, about what 14, 15 years later, I moved back from California and I moved to Houston, Texas, y'all. Y'all check this out now. So I'm just chilling at the house in my studio, y'all. I had my camera on, and all of a sudden, I looked at my monitor and I saw a big old beam light just bouncing around right in front of the yard on the camera. I'm not lying, I'm telling the honest God truth. And it was a big old, this time it was a big old white ball just bouncing around in the yard, y'all. And I just froze again. So at that point, I hollered out and I called out to my girl. I said, will you take a look at this? I don't know what's going on. So she ran down the stairways quickly and looked at the monitor. She saw it as well. Now at one point, I videoed it, but during that time, I don't know what happened, but my YouTube page during that time, years ago, I don't know what happened, but I ended up losing that whole page, y'all. But I'm telling the truth. So me and my girl, we witnessed this together. And it was a big old ball, y'all, just bouncing. Just bouncing, y'all, just bouncing. right in front of the house, just bouncing. And so now at this point, my girl runs down and I'm looking at it and she's looking at it. And she said, what we gonna do? You think we should call? I don't know if we call and reported it. Nobody believed us. I thought we made a call. But anyway, I just decided to just go outside and check it out, y'all. So I go to the front door, ease the front door open, y'all. Now I'm talking to my girl on the phone. She is telling me, okay, you see it? I said, I think so. And so it was right in front of the garage. And she said, oh, just walk to your left. And I walked right to my left. And she said, you walked right into it. So by that time, y'all, Curtie Cool was standing right there in the middle of this big old clear white ball. She said, you are standing right there. I got a witness to that. She said she thought it was going to take me away. So anyway, luckily it didn't take me away because it was like it was a guardian angel telling me that everything was going to be okay. So I kind of like just, looked up and it was like something just came over me to tell me that everything was going to be okay. Your guardian angel is watching over you. That was the message that came over me, y'all. So I came in with just a whole lot of peace, a whole lot of love, with no worries, y'all. I just walked into the house, and during that time, a girl said, what happened? I couldn't explain it, y'all. I said, I don't know what happened. It was just unusual. I couldn't put my finger on it, what it was. But it was like it was trying to tell me that it is other things going on out here in the universe, and that it's a whole lot of people out here that is not going to be able to comprehend what is going on. So they wanted to make sure that I see it and understand and try to share it on the cool. But it is other unhumanized things that is going on out in the universe. Why would us as humans be thinking that we are the only one here in this universe, baby? We are not the only ones. That was verified to me years ago, that we are not alone, y'all. It is aliens out here, y'all, in the universe, to other dimensions. It is. Trust me, it is. So don't nobody get this twisted, y'all. I'm going by my experience, what I saw, and what was all shown to me. So, y'all, I just look at it, what it is. I couldn't understand it at first, y'all. But see, I had a good side to me. So anyway, another story, y'all. Y'all check this out, y'all. I don't know what it was, but it was like one day I had just gotten off from work. honest God truth. I told my story again to my girl. I was on the freeway doing about 60 miles an hour, y'all. I was driving. And then all of a sudden, y'all, a voice, like a spirit, came over me and told me to pull over, exit off the freeway, y'all. I was looking around like I did not see nothing. I didn't see nobody. Where did that come from, y'all? I am telling the honest God truth. So it told me to pull over on the next exit. So yeah, I pulled over to the next exit, and I was like just kind of dazzled about, okay, what was this telling me to pull over? So anyway, I drove, and then it said the next light. So I stopped at the light, y'all, and guess what happened, y'all? My whole car just blew up. Boof! It was on fire, baby. My car blew up in fire. I had a bag, I grabbed my bag, and I jumped out of the car, and the whole car burned up. Now I'm like, how could you explain that? You know what I mean? So I do believe that it is other non-human technology out in the universe. I feel like that we all have some type of DNA that lines up with the universe, and that we need to further research, and see what is really truly going on out here, because it is a whole lot more to this life that we live. All these other universes want to connect with us here on Earth, y'all. Now, from what I got, it is some good ones, it's some bad ones. I don't know how the people are going to take it, but it's good ones, it's bad ones. So that is where I am confused, but it's a whole lot of people is not going to be able to understand it, and they're not going to be able to comprehend. I can understand why they don't want this stuff to get out of the bag, because a lot of people is going to freak out, baby. They can't deal with this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Knowing that is other dimensions coming from another universe out in the galaxy. I hear, you know what I mean, that has a whole more technology and a whole lot more to offer than what we have, until we just seem like we are in slow mode compared to these people, y'all. I mean, non-humans. Hey, y'all, my phone is ringing. I'm going to talk to you guys later. So y'all be good in the neighborhood. Curtie cool, y'all. I'm telling the truth. Okay, bye.